Yeah, one thing that's been really awesome playing volleyball here at Princeton is that we do a lot of traveling, but we do it at times where it fits nicely into our academic schedule. So we do it over breaks, we rarely miss class, and also compared to other teams here at Princeton, we play some of the coolest schools, going to Southern California, going to BYU. Those are experiences that other teams at Princeton aren't doing, and it's cool to be on the Princeton volleyball team where we do get those opportunities to play the best of the best.
The best thing about balancing academics and athletics here is we travel to the best schools, UCLA, BYU. We went to Hawaii this year, and it doesn't impact our academic life because we travel during breaks. So I haven't missed a class because of those trips. I've kept up with my academics.
And we do a great job of balancing, being able to play great teams and travel to pretty amazing places and being able to do it with our academic schedule. So in my time here, we've gone to Nicaragua, we've gone to Hawaii, we went to Grand Canyon University in Phoenix, a ton of different places. And we also try to go to hometowns for guys, if they have a team around the area, which is really cool and cool experience. So I got to go home to Chicago. But it's cool to be able to play these top-ranked teams and play a lot of great volleyball. And then in Nicaragua and Hawaii, for example, we were able to go experience the place a little bit too. We did some service in Nicaragua, and it's cool that Princeton volleyball is all about this balance, and that's what I appreciate the most about it.
And it's really great to have the exposure to teams like Hawaii and UCLA and BYU, because you get to see what's out there and you get to make yourself better with playing against really good players. But one thing I like is that you never miss class to go on those trips. I think we went to Hawaii over Christmas break. Went to UCLA over intersession, and spring break we went to BYU. So you get play the best people in the country, but you don't have to miss class.
So every 4 years, we try to take an international trip, and I think 2 years ago we took a trip to Nicaragua, and it was great because not only the volleyball aspect of it, we went out into the community and we hosted local camps teaching kids how to play volleyball, teaching them different technique. And that was one of the most memorable trips I ever taken in my life, and it was great because you really bonded with different guys on the team. And just being out there, and part of Princeton's motto is in the service of all nations. And it was great because we served as ambassadors for Princeton's name and the name you represent on our chest. And it was really great for the guys to really just see a different side of things, and it was a great experience overall.
A unique thing about Princeton's social life, which drew me here, was the inclusiveness of the eating clubs, which are our on-campus social clubs that upperclassmen are a part of. But even being an underclassman, it's an easy opportunity to get into those eating clubs and hang out with people, meet new people, and experience college.
So Princeton has this really cool thing called eating clubs. And so there's 11 of them on Prospect Street, or what we call the street. And a lot of your friends will go to different clubs, and your sophomore year, you get to decide which club you want to join. And it's cool. It's kind of like a co-ed fraternity or sorority where everyone goes to the house, and that's also your upperclassman meal plan. That's where you have all your meals with your friends. And on the weekends, you're able to have social events. So there's parties and stuff that kids are able to go out to, and we're able to enjoy. And all 4 years of students are able to go to those. And it's a really cool experience that you're able to, be there with your friends, and it's not just for going out at the weekends, but you're able to just kind of hang out, do work there during the day, and it's kind of a home away from home when you're here at Princeton. It's a really cool place.
Princeton is defined, our social system is defined by these eating clubs, which are these co-ed institutions where you eat meals, hang out during the day, and for me, eating clubs are just a signature part of the Princeton experience and something that no other school has, and that as I learned about Princeton, I went to the eating clubs, I saw that this is a pretty unique experience that you can only get here. And the fact that they're co-ed, they're for upperclassmen, but underclassmen are also included in a lot of the social events. That was something that I wanted to be a part of, and to see this unique Princeton model of sort of a social life. And over the last 4 years, I've really loved it.
Yeah, the social scene at Princeton is very unique compared to other colleges because almost, I think, 80% of the student population joins an eating club, which is similar to a co-ed like fraternity, but it's very much like school sponsored. And because so many people are in these eating clubs, it's a great way to bond and connect with a lot of your peers in that social group.
Yeah, we have an incredibly unique and dynamic social scene at Princeton. I don't think it's like any other place in the world. it's incredibly inclusive. Anybody can go out and have fun together. When I go out, I see all of my friends. I feel like at some other schools, you're a little restricted. You can only hang out with a certain group of people. Here, you can go out. It's called The Street, where all the eating clubs are. They're co-ed, and you join sophomore year. But anyone can go out to them.
And every eating club has a different vibe to it. So anyone can kind of find their niche.
So some of the best friends I have on campus are on the women's team. We work their games, we do a lot of social events with them, we just kind of like hang out and study with them, and we're really close compared to a lot of other programs. That our men's and women's team are essentially like one big team and one big family.
I don't think any other program in the U.S. where the guys program and the girls program is as close and interwoven. The first night I came to campus was actually my birthday, and obviously I didn't know many kids. I knew a few of the incoming freshmen with me, and I knew the guys from my visits. But you know, I got to campus, and the first night we were all hanging out, and the girls team and the guys team bought me a little cupcake and sang happy birthday, and it was like the perfect entrance into Princeton. I had no idea that they knew it was my birthday. I was not expecting anything, and you know, we all got together and like had a big party and hung out, and that was like an incredible introduction to Princeton volley that really like showed me how much of a family it truly was.
I think my favorite, overall volleyball family experience is Volley Jolly. So it's what we have, the men's team and the women's team all come together, and we actually hosted it in our room this year. And pretty much everyone just packs in the room together. We do like a secret Santa with like someone on the women's team and someone on the men's team. We give each other all these like goofy gifts, and it's really fun, it's really funny. And then we all go out together and have a great time. And it's cool seeing like you have like kind of like around Christmas when you have your whole family together. You really have your whole family in the room together, all joking around, laughing. It's really fun, and it really brings together like we're one big family, and we get to enjoy that.
Yeah, my favorite Princeton volleyball tradition with the women's team is Princeton Bowling, which is where we get together on a weekend night, and we go bowling as a team and have a lot of fun and create a lot of memories.
So this year my favorite tradition has been Volley Jolly. I think for Volley Jolly, Parker and Greg went out and bought me a Christmas onesie. And it was really small because I'm 6'11", but it was just like a great atmosphere, and the women's team, we're really close with them. It was just a great community feel.
I would say my favorite Princeton volleyball tradition is our Mother's Day tournament. We set up a bunch of grass nets, grass courts, and play a tournament with the women's team and with some of our friends that don't play volleyball at all. And that is just a fun day in the sun with all of your best friends playing volleyball, and just that's what our relationship with the women's team is about. It's we all play volleyball, of course, but we're just close friends on a deeper level. So that for me is the most important experience outside of volleyball.
Yeah, I think the co-ed tournament at the beginning of the year is probably one of the coolest things, because you really get a sense of the family environment, and a lot of people, you dress up in costumes, so there's a lot of great costumes, and people are having fun but playing some actual high-level volleyball, and so it's just a really good chance to connect with the women's team and do what we both love, which is play volleyball.
And so the alumni connection is actually really cool. It's a big part of what Princeton is. And so a couple years ago, I was looking for a summer internship after my sophomore year, and I wasn't having a ton of luck. And I was just talking to Coach about it, and that I'm looking for something out in California where I have some family. And he pointed me to an alumni, and he works for NASA, and he was actually able to like interview me and talk to me, and we really hit it off. And so he passed my resume on to some other people at NASA, and that's how I got my internship there. And I'm actually going to return there this summer. And I may get a job there if I'm lucky. So I'm really looking forward to that. And it's an opportunity that I wouldn't have had without Princeton volleyball.
The alumni base here is unmatched anywhere else. Reunions is basically a celebration of Princeton every year, where people from all over the world that are alums come back and just reconnect with old friends, and it's huge. The entire campus is filled with like Princeton Tigers that just love being a part of this community. And while that happens one weekend every year, there's still a really strong alumni base that is active throughout the year. And so I'm moving to San Francisco, and I know that there's a lot of alums in that area. Some I know, some I don't, but I would feel very comfortable just cold emailing an alum and asking for mentorship or help or guidance, and because you're part of this Princeton community, they will certainly be happy to help you. And so it's a really strong just community of people that care about this shared experience.
The alumni network for volleyball, Princeton Volley ends up being incredibly close. Every year I go and play in a beach tournament, and there's guys who are 40 and 50 years old coming back to play with us youngins in this tournament. And it's incredible to see, and they want to help you. They want to connect with you. They want to help you out, whether it's with work, just talking about school, talking about the different eating clubs. They want to help you out. And expanding just from the volleyball alumni network. The alumni network in general is incredible. I had no idea what to expect going to reunions last year, and I showed up, and it seemed like everyone who had ever graduated from the university came back to hang out. And they, even if they, they're not even volleyball players, but they just like want to help the undergrads out. They want to hang out with you. They want to give you summer internships. It's an incredible network. And it really feels like a family. Even though you've never met this, 60 or 70-year-old grad, he wants nothing more than to see you be happy and see you succeed.
Over the years, I've been doing various USA volleyball things, and coming here, I've actually gone up one more level, and I've been invited to train with the junior national team.
So yeah, I have a good amount of experience with USA volleyball. In the summer of 2015, I played on the youth national team, and we played in the World Championships in Argentina. And then last summer, in 2016, I played on the junior national team, and we went to Canada and won the Norsecas. I believe that no matter what school you go to, if you work hard enough and you put the effort in, you can be able to play at whatever level you want. And Princeton volleyball has definitely helped me on my way to doing bigger, better things after college. In addition to playing with the youth and junior national teams, the past 3 summers, I've been invited to play with the men's senior national team. And I think Princeton volleyball has really helped me to be able to do that and succeed at the highest level possible.
My freshman and sophomore year, I was invited to train with the youth national team in the Olympic Training Center. And what I learned in Princeton kind of carried over, and how Coach Spicy kind of preaches on us young players to really have a voice in the gym and really speak our minds. So going into the youth national team gym, it was great for me because I've had opportunities like that, although I was underclassman, to lead. And in that gym, I was able to really have a voice and be a leader among those guys in the gym. And I think at Princeton, you have a unique opportunity not only to get world-class academics, but also you have the ability to challenge yourself athletically and get better as a volleyball player. If playing in the next level is something you want to do, I think it's definitely possible. If playing on the national team gym and possibly the Olympics is a goal you want to do, and I also think it's very reachable. But with attending Princeton, you also have something to fall back on that I think really truly lasts a lifetime.